So today I'm cooking branzino and roasted potatoes with a rosemary pesto. First, we're gonna start by chopping our potatoes. I like to get the little baby fingerling potatoes. And when you're choosing potatoes, I like to choose potatoes that have different colors. So opting for ones that are purple and red. You can totally add sweet potatoes too if you want, to get a little bit of variety. These baby potatoes are just super easy. You actually don't even have to chop them if you don't want to, and you can just throw them straight into the oven. Okay, so we've got our potatoes here. Now we are going to add some rosemary. I usually just choose one sprig. I like to use rosemary because it's like very woody. I feel like it's one of those seasonings we don't use often. So just one sprig is enough. It's pretty strong, so I wouldn't do more than one. But if you're feeling adventurous, go for it. Okay, so we just take the leaves off and then chop finely. And sprinkle. We can season with some salt, a little pepper, and sprinkle with olive oil. I like to use a lot of olive oil because it has flavor. And olive oil is a heart-healthy monounsaturated fat. So I like to be generous with my olive oil. And it gets things a little bit more crispy too, which I love a good crispy potato. All right, so now we just take the potatoes and put them in the oven. And now onto the branzino. Okay, so we just chopped our lemon, and now, really quick and easy, we just stuff our branzino with our lemon slices. Remember, we wanna keep these nice and thin so everything fits. I like a lot of lemon, so I'm packing it in, but you can put as much or as little lemon as you would like. And then we're just gonna put some whole sprigs of rosemary. You don't have to do anything, you just stuff it in. Super simple. Okay, all right. Now we're just gonna make some slits into the branzino. After this, we're gonna put some olive oil in here, which is just these slips really help us to absorb all of the olive oil and all of our seasoning. Usually I do 3 slits today. I did 4 because I'm feeling festive. And then we just drizzle a little olive oil. Again, I like to be very generous with my oil because oil equals flavor. Some salt, and we can go right inside of these slits and put the salt right in there. And pepper. Okay, so we're gonna put this in the oven on 425 for 17 to 22 minutes. Okay, now we just take one bunch of kale. Super easy, we just wanna remove the stems. So we fold it in half and then just take the stems out. We've got our kale. We wanna rip it in about 1-inch slices. And then we want to add some garlic, just like one or two garlic cloves chopped. Olive oil. Are you seeing a consistent theme with this recipe? Lots of olive oil. Salt, pepper. And we just wanna mix it to make sure that every leaf is fully coated with the oil. You can add a little bit more if you need to. Okay, and we're gonna put this in the oven at 425 for just about 5 minutes. We want it to be just wilted. So while your branzino and your potatoes are cooking, you can make a really quick pesto. Pesto is actually really easy to make. A lot of us rely on store-bought pesto, but you can make it yourself. It takes 5 minutes. It's easy, it's delicious, and you can diversify the flavors with it. Today I'm making a rosemary-based pesto. So we're gonna start with 2 garlic cloves in our food processor. So we just pop the garlic cloves in and we just pulse it up. You can always add more garlic if you like a really garlicky pesto. Just be mindful of garlic breath with dinner. So we have pulsed our garlic. Now we are going to add a couple of handfuls of basil, which is what we use for traditional pesto. You can just throw them in there, try to not have the stems. And we also want to use a sprig of rosemary, just the leaves. And pine nuts, a little salt, a little pepper, and some lemon zest. You guys know I like lemon, so I'm gonna use a lot of zest. Okay. Now we get the food processor ready, get our olive oil going, and we want to pour our oil until we get a consistency that we're looking for. If you like a chunkier, thicker pesto, then you're going to use less olive oil. If you like it a little bit thinner, then you're going to use more olive oil. Our Branzino fresh out of the oven. And all of this, guys, took 20 minutes. So looks like an extravagant meal, but it actually just took 20 minutes. And we've got our baby potatoes with rosemary, our wilted kale with garlic, and our rosemary pesto. And we're done, our roasted branzino with potatoes and wilted kale.